Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 25th day of November. Here we go. So we're on a new topic now, a short one, and today is just the one-day topic of learning with or without a Chavrusah, with a study partner. The Gemara is quite clear and says strongly in several places that the proper way for any Jew to learn is to learn his Torah together with a Chavrusah, with a study partner. And very strong things are said about a person who studies without a study partner. It says that it's kind of in our vernacular that you're going to mess up and it's not going to go well, and God does not recommend it at all for a person to study alone. Okay, well that's what the Gemara says, and it is mentioned in halacha that the proper way for any Jew to study is with a partner. The reason I'm mentioning this is because sometimes a person can't manage to have a partner to study with because of the way his timing is or where he's located and things like that. So the question is, would it be okay, if necessary, for a Jew to study on his own? Especially, we do see this in places like yeshivas or whatever. You'll see people there learning, and they're sitting all alone and studying all by themselves. So what gives? Is it okay to study alone or not? The Gemara says quite strongly that they're against it, and bad things are going to happen if you study all alone, and yet you see people doing it all the time. And the question is that you and I sometimes have to study alone. We want to know, is it okay? So if you look in the poskim, here's what they answer to this situation. Some say this. They say, when necessary, it is okay for you to study without a chavrusah, without a study partner, and I'll tell you why. It's because the original intent of the Gemara when they said that it's bad to study alone was that they meant that if you study all alone, you're just going to reach wrong conclusions, you're going to misunderstand what the Shulchan Aruch or the Gemara or the Mishnah is saying, and you're just going to get the wrong halacha because you're sometimes not going to understand what you're learning, and you're going to get bad results. Today, however, we have a fantastic supply of Svarim in front of us in languages that are very easy for us to understand and make it very, very easy for us to understand exactly what the halacha is. And so that when you study with a good book that is explaining it to you in your language, on your level, it's like, here's the catch, it's like you're learning with a Chavrusah, because you have a fantastic book that prepares the Mishnah, the Gemara, or the Shulchan Aruch that you're learning and explains it to you on your level so that you can perfectly reach the right conclusion. And there are a lot of poskim that say today that when you study in that fashion with your book, your good Jewish sefer being your Chavrusah, then that's the equivalent of studying with a Chavrusah, and that it would be considered okay. So for those of you, and me sometimes, in our schedule who are stuck learning all by ourselves, there are a lot of poskim who say that it is okay if you're learning out of a sefer where you're not going to reach wrong conclusions, and it makes it very, very clear to you what the thing means, and you know that you're understanding what you're learning, then that sefer can sort of be considered like your Chavrusah, your study partner, and then it's all okay. Lots of rabbis are saying it, so be reassured. Chavrusah, we're not against it. It's still a fantastic thing, but sometimes where necessary, your sefer, if it explains things very clearly to you, can be your Chavrusah, your study partner, and make it totally okay. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.